if you're looking for some cheap and reliable Pokemon Go accounts, coins, Stardust, and more, then click the link in the description and use code Morgz at checkout. Welcome everyone to another episode of Pokemon Go, and today's episode is gonna be a strange one. I recorded part 8 of Pokemon Go yesterday, and I was talking about a topic, and I also did a few evolutions. 2 of those evolutions being Haunted to Gengar and also Staryu to Starmie. But what actually happened is my hard drive actually corrupted, and now it is just about broken, like you can't really access it. But yeah, we've got ourselves a Gengar, brand new Pokemon, and we also got a brand new upgraded Starmie. But basically what I will do right now is put a screenshot of my team on the screen right now, as you can see, looking fairly good if I may say myself. Also guys, I just bought a brand new charge pack. This one is a lot better than the old one because this one can charge twice as many times, and we also got a brand new backpack. Both of these I'll be using when I'm on holiday. 2 new things which should help with Pokemon Go. But what I'm gonna do right now is finish getting ready, then we're gonna head out in the car, hopefully catch something. I mean, we've already got a Gengar in this episode, but we definitely don't just want to leave it in that. We want to catch some cool Pokemon. So I'll see you guys in a minute. We've been in the car for a while, and I'm not gonna lie, we haven't found much. Okay, so we found a CP100 Magnemite. Obviously we want to get it to a Magneton, so we're gonna catch this thing. We're in the car, so we've probably only got 1 try to try and catch it, so we're gonna use a Raspberry and a Great Ball. If it escapes, then it's probably just gonna run. 1, oh, it escaped, and oh, it hasn't run. Okay, that's good. Oh, okay, we got it, come on. 1, 2, 3, there we go. First catch of today's episode. Obviously we've got the Gengar, which I told you guys about right at the start. Now we've got a Magnemite. It's only a CP100, but we've now got 24 candy and we need 50, so we're getting reasonably close to the Magneton, about halfway there. Right, let me just update you guys on what we're actually doing today, because I haven't actually told you about why we're in the car. Don't worry, we're not literally just driving around to catch Pokemon. What I'm doing today is going to the Wednesday game, the first game of the season. We're actually here now. Kickoff is in exactly 1 hour, and I thought I'd try and catch some Pokemon on the way, but it's been fairly bad, guys. We haven't found anything. But after the game, what I'll be doing is I'll be driving through Sheffield city centre, and I'll also be going somewhere for tea, so we should catch some awesome Pokemon there. We're going to try and go somewhere where there's a Pokestop so I can put a lure down, so hopefully we can get something like that. But yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go watch the game. I may get some clips from it if we win. I'll probably include some clips if we lose. We'll not speak about it. We'll pretend that we didn't. Anyway guys, going to go watch the game. Hasn't been the best of Pokemon, but I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Just got back from the match, guys. The car is absolutely boiling, oh my god. So we're in the car back now, and I don't want to turn this into a football video, but we did win 1-0. It was such a good game. I'm going to show you guys the Pokemon we got first, because as I was walking to and from the game, we got some decent Pokemon. The first thing that we got was a Pikachu. I'll show you the clip right now. So as you saw, we got a Pikachu, not too bad. That was basically all we got before the game. Then we watched the game, and then after the game, this happened. I had the Pikachu on my screen, and then my phone died. We got 1 Pikachu, missed out on the second. But anyway, now what we are doing is we are going to Sheffield city centre, and we're going to get some food, and we're going to try and go somewhere which has a Pokestop in the range, so we can put a lure down and hopefully get some good Pokemon while having tea. And also on the way, I'm just charging my phone with my charger, and it's just come back on. So I'll update you guys if we get anything else. Parked up, we're in Sheffield now, and we're just walking to the city centre, and then obviously we're going to find a restaurant. Also, saw a lot of subscribers today at the Wednesday game. I saw about 5, I think, so it was a really cool day. I've had a really good time. Hopefully we find somewhere nice to have tea. I think we're going in Italian, which should be quite good, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Just notice this, right? Look at all them lures, all of them in a massive line. That looks insane. If we can get anywhere near that, then that should be pretty awesome. 12 lures, guys, all in the radius. That is incredible. Okay, so we've got an egg, guys. I think this is a 5k egg, or it could be a 2k. I don't think it's 10k. Yeah, this is 5k. We got a Psyduck. Oh, we got another one. Oh yeah, another 5k. We got Krabby. We found somewhere to go, and look at all the lures around here. on the way back from match, stop at a restaurant, and then you just do see the goal scorer, the match winner from the match we've just seen. Like, I would have gone over and got some pictures, but it's just not gonna happen, especially not when they're like in a restaurant. They look like they were celebrating something, like they were clapping and stuff. I weren't gonna go over, that's just a little bit too rude. But yeah, we saw Leuven's, Forestieri, and then we saw Abdi, new signing, came in halfway through, and then Nuyu. It was pretty crazy. Just mad, like, I've just been to the game. Forestieri scored the winner to get us the 3 points. Then we go to a restaurant and he just walks in. And the funny thing was, there was 2 Villa fans sat down, and then in comes Forestieri, the guys that just scored and beat their team. This is brilliant. Anyway, I haven't really been focusing on Pokemon too much. I was just kind of focusing on that, but I didn't catch too much while I was in there. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't amazing. Anyway, we're heading back in the car now. We did get a few egg hatches, which obviously you guys saw, but nothing amazing in this episode, except for the Pikachu earlier on, which was pretty good. I'll take the Pikachu. And the wind, crazy. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that was probably one of the worst car journeys ever. Got nothing. Anyway, we're back home now. Let's go inside and take a look at everything we got today. Right, so I've just arrived home and I look on the nearby and there's an Arcanine. Now, in that field there, the grass just rustled. So there's a 50-50 chance that it's in that field, guys. It's dark outside, it's 11 o'clock, but I'm going to get it, guys. Look at this. Guys, that's an Arcanine. I believe that's like the 3rd best Pokemon in the game. So I'm out with these 2. There you go. Give a bit of flashlight. Do you guys subscribe to the channel here? Yeah. That's awesome, man. I need to go catch this. Cheers, guys. Oh my god, I literally can't even see. I'm just running, guys. I'm just running around the field. Oh, no, I've got to get this. I don't know if I can find it. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, no, it's gone. Oh, I'm gonna have to go home, guys. I just can't believe, man, we missed out on that. And I was like certain I knew where it was because there was 2 Pokemon nearby. One of them was Arcanine and the other one was spawned on my road. And then behind my road, there was a grass like pile. And I thought that moving indicated that it was going to be the Arcanine. But apparently not, guys. Anyway, let's go back home. That close to getting it and we've got nothing. Anyway, we're going to go upstairs now and I'm going to take a look at everything we got today and then talk to you guys about the main thing this video is, the main thing that's in the title. I'm going to talk to you about evolutions from Generation 1 to Generation 2. Right, so I am finally back home. Today has been a long one and it's been a pretty stressful one too. Obviously, we just missed out on the Arcanine. I don't want to talk about that. I just want to forget that ever happened. But yeah, basically what I'm going to do right now is talk to you about what's happened today, what we've done today. I'm going to show you all the Pokemon we've caught today. And then I'm going to talk to you about Pokemon with cross-generational evolutions. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So originally the plan today was to get in the car, go visiting my relatives, and then watch the Wednesday game, and then come back home. But what we ended up doing was getting in the car, going visiting, going to the Wednesday game, and then going to a restaurant where we would then bump into some Wednesday players, as you guys saw earlier on. I didn't want to go and bother them because they were eating and they just didn't feel right. But yeah, that's what I've done today. It's been a pretty weird day. It's been a pretty mad day if you think about it. But yeah, as well as doing all of that, we have also caught and hatched some pretty awesome Pokemon, which I will show you now. So if I switch it from CP to recent, basically I'm going to scroll down to where the day started and I'm going to show you everything we did today, starting from when we left the house. So we started today with Eevee as our most recent Pokemon, and then also today that means we've caught a 403 Horsey, we've caught a 622 Poliwrath, a couple of Magnemites, one being a 378. We've also got 307 Poliwrath, 478 Mankey, we've got a Jinx 211, 401 Geodude, we've also got a few Drowsies, we've got 2 Seals and a Magikarp. If I now go to my highest CP Pokemon, we have added a few, including this Gengar. Now I did this off camera, it wasn't supposed to be off camera. I filmed me getting this, but my hard drive actually broke, so I don't know if I'll have the footage. But yeah, we got ourselves a 1151 Gengar, and then we also got ourselves a 1278 Starmie. But yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, but we did actually catch ourselves a 379 Pikachu, and one Pikachu actually ran away. I can't believe that. But yeah, we got a Pikachu, which again wasn't too bad. But yeah, that's about everything we got today. But the main thing I want to talk to you about in this video is Pokemon in Generation 1, which got an evolved form added in Generation 2. Now, Generation 2 will be added to the game. Niantic have said that Generation 2 will be added, and that will obviously be the next generation which is added, because it's currently just Generation 1 in the game, and this could come literally whenever. No one really knows when they are going to introduce Generation 2, but I thought I'd tell you about this now so that you guys can be prepared and so that you guys can start saving up your candy ready for the next evolved forms of Pokemon which will be added in Generation 2. So the first Pokemon which gets 2 new evolved forms added in Generation 2 is Eevee. Now I'm sure you're aware of Vaporeon, Jolteon, and of course Flareon, yeah, but in Generation 2 they added Umbreon and Espeon. Now I assume the way you'll choose whether you get Umbreon or Espeon is if you evolve at night you'll get Umbreon, Umbreon, or in the day you'll get Espeon. Now, these will most likely be 25 candies to evolve, so I'm just going to say, if you've already got a Vaporeon, a Flareon, and a Jolteon, it may be a good idea to just start saving up your candies and actually get prepared for these evolved forms. Now, the next Pokemon which gets an evolved form added in Generation 2 is Zubat/Golbat. Now, obviously, Zubat evolves into Golbat currently, but in Generation 2, they added Crobat, which is an absolutely insane Pokemon. Now, most likely, Crobat will take 100 candies to be evolved from a Golbat, and Zubats are fairly common, so instead of making tons of Golbats trying to get a really high one, it may be a good idea to keep 100 candies to the side so that you guys can be prepared for the Crobat once it is added. Another Pokemon is Blossom. Now, I'm not sure how they'll actually introduce Blossom. Maybe if you evolve during a certain time, you'll get Blossom, or a different time, you'll get Valplume. I'm not really sure, so save up your Oddish candies, guys, because it will most likely take 100 candies to get this Blossom, and it's going to be a very, very hard Pokemon to get. Another Pokemon is Kingdra, which evolves from a Seadra. Now, Seadra evolves from a... I'm such an idiot. I forgot. Seadra evolves from a Horsey. Now, Horseys, again, are fairly common where I come from. Obviously, it's not the same for everyone, but currently it's just Seadra and Horsey in the game. Once Generation 2 hits, there will be Kingdra introduced. Now, I'm not saying don't evolve your Horsey. If you don't have a Seadra, then you get that Seadra because it's a new Pokemon. But in this case, it may be a good idea just to save up your candies and basically just get prepared for these new Pokemon which will be added. Now, another Pokemon is Politoed, which comes from a Poliwhirl. Now, currently, you have Poliwhirl, which turns into Poliwrath. So how they'll introduce Politoed, again, I'm not really sure. But again, it will most likely be 100 candies. So I'm just saying, save up your Poliwag candies. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it because I've obviously got Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath. Now, what I'll do is I'll just save my candies. So when Generation 2 is introduced, I'll be ready for this Politoed. And then another one added is Slowking. Now, you may think it goes Slowpoke, Slowbro, and then Slowking. That would make sense, but it actually doesn't. It goes Slowpoke, and then you just choose in the games whether you evolve it into Slowbro or Slowking. So the way they'll do this, I assume it'll be the same candy amount as Slowbro, so 50 candies. How you choose Slowking instead of Slowbro, again, I'm not sure, but it will most likely be 50 candies, so get saving up your Slowpoke candies. Getting near to the end now, this is one of my favorite Pokemon, and it is Steelix. Now, I'm sure you guys all know Steelix, and I'm sure you can probably guess just by the name what it's evolved from. It does evolve from an Onix. Now, Onyxes are fairly rare. I think they're quite rare. I've only ever caught 2, and evolving an Onix to a Steelix will either be 25 candies or 50 candies, but getting Onix candies is going to be very, very hard, so I'd advise you guys not to power up your Onyxes. And then you have Scizor, which evolves from a Cypher. Now, I do not even have a Cypher, full stop, so I need to get my Cypher before we can even focus on preparing for the Scizor. But anyway, if you have a Cypher, if you have a lot of Cyphers, then it may be a good idea to just not power them up, keep the candies building so that you can be ready for the Scizor when it hits. Again, it's either going to be 25 candy or 50 candy. Another one is Porygon 2, which evolves from a Porygon. Now, Porygon is considered one of the rarest Pokemon in the game. I've heard from people, I don't know if it like statistically is, but I've heard from a lot of people that Porygon's very hard to find. I found 2, and yeah, Porygon gets Porygon 2 added in Generation 2. So yeah, again, 25 candies or 50 candies. So just get ready for that. I actually made a big mistake and powered up my Porygon as soon as the game came out because I actually hatched it from an egg. That was a bad move by me, but I've learned from my mistakes. I won't be doing that anymore because I'm ready for the Porygon 2, which will be added soon. And the final Pokemon is Blissey. Now, Blissey evolves from a Chansey. Now, Chansey is currently a pretty rare Pokemon in my opinion. I don't have a Chansey yet, so again, I should probably focus on getting the Chansey before I focus on preparing for the Blissey. But anyway, again, probably going to be 25 or 50 candies. I believe when this thing is added, it will have the highest HP in the entire game, even more than Snorlax. But I just thought I'd let you all know. Obviously, I'm not saying don't evolve these Pokemon. Let's say, for example, it's Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath. If you don't have a Poliwrath, it's probably best just getting that Poliwrath before you prepare for the Politoed. But if you already have Poliwrath, Poliwhirl, and Poliwag like me, what I'm going to do is instead of powering any of these up, instead of evolving anymore, I'm just going to keep the candy and get ready for the Politoed. And that's what I'd advise you guys to do. And that is what I'd advise you to do so you can be a step ahead of everyone as soon as Generation 2 hits, because it could be any time. But I really hope you've enjoyed this Pokemon Go episode. Honestly, it's been a mad one. I'm so hot. I'm very sweaty, guys, I'm not gonna lie, because my room is absolutely boiling. Outside is boiling. It's been a very hot day, but it's been a very, very good day. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please leave a like on the video. That would mean the world to me. If we could get 10,000 likes, that'd be insane. Sorry the daily streak ended, guys. As I said, my portable hard drive broke, so it wasn't really my fault. But I hope you guys are all excited for the Pokemon Go holiday videos, which will be coming soon. And as always, I've been Morgz. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.